Hi everyone, it's Sharkcap. I am back with another guide after forever. Today I want to talk about something simple, walking and running cycles. I made those two a while back and I thought I could make another one for a guide. Like those are looping ones. Today I want to do normal ones that progress forward and not stay on place. But I can show you after that how I loop this, and let's get right into it. So the walking cycle has a few phases, I think 3. Let's say it has 3 phases. The first phase is, it doesn't really matter what phase you start with, but I'm gonna start with the crossing part where the legs are crossing, and then there's a part where one leg is going up, the whole body goes kind of up, and then there's another part where the legs are completely stretched out and the front leg goes back to the ground. So in the crossing part, you want to cross both the legs and the arms. So this is already wrong. You normally need to have the arms almost aligned with the body like this. And if you're drawing the stick figure, make sure if it's like diagonal like this, that it maintains the diagonal in the upper body throughout the walk cycle. This also goes for the run cycle. Like, see, he always has this kind of diagonal here, and this character also has almost in all frames looks kind of the same diagonal. Because what happens is, if you change the upper body to like a more straight diagonal, it looks like he's getting either slower or faster. Walk cycles are more straightened, like upright, and run cycles are more diagonal. So if I'm go into a more diagonal pose in the next frame, it would feel like he's about to start running. That's the whole point. So unless that's the intention, maintain the diagonal. For next frame, this foot stays on place because we are not making like a loop or something. Right now we are just trying to get the frames done and have him moving forward instead of on place. So this is the part where the leg goes up. The head will also go up. I'm using onion skins for this one, so you all can see normally I don't really need the onion skin. I would just look at the previous frame and compare. So I already noticed something here, which is that the head kinda, it's more in the front, like the majority of the head is in the front here, and just a little is on the neck right here. So this is already wrong because now it's more in this side than it was before. It looks like he starts looking more up. I haven't used Flash in a while, that's why I misclicked my hotkeys. So make sure it stays consistent. And yeah, as I said, the head goes up, this arm goes forward, other arm goes to the back. So this is the part where the leg goes up. You can add 2 frames to this if you want, because it's a walk cycle, it's more smooth. So the leg is still up, but I already, as you see, this foot kinda goes like this, then back to the ground, and then back like this. So I already rotate this foot a bit. Let's redraw this. Move this. The head is still here at the top. Oh, why does it do that? I don't even have the snap feature. But it still snaps. It's interesting. So after that, we're going to the part where the legs are both on the ground. This is the final phase. And then it goes back to the crossing part. So make sure the moment the front leg, this is important, the moment the front leg goes back on the ground, you make sure to straighten the leg and show the knee on the back, like this. And then we start closing the arms again. Like moving it closer to the main body. Don't worry about the number of frames, I will fix it later. And we're going back to the crossing part. What I like to do is go to the first frame and look at and compare it to the end frame. So here he's kind of resized, that's why. Making the body a bit bigger, just to make it consistent. So now we are back to the start. Now the legs are crossing again, and the arms as well. I like to have one arm more straightened and one arm shows the elbow more. It's more angled. So this angled arm goes to the front and the straightened arm goes to the back like this. And then we already have the head starting to go up again. The moment the knee, the moment this one crosses the leg like this, the head should already go up again. Naturally. Not the best, but it should kind of give you the idea. So something we could fix is this transition. There's a big jump between this arm here and here. Here it's still on the body. Here it's already completely away from it. Could make it a bit closer here still, and then so that you see a difference. Right, I think it's a bit too angled here, and then the next frame doesn't have to close it. Right. And then after that we go back to this. This frame has one straight leg in the back and one angled leg that pushes you forward. I'm not that good animating on mouse, but I think this is kinda solid already. Let's continue this a bit. This leg goes straightened as it touches the ground. I want to make the upper body same diagonal as before. If you're curious how I did this, I hold control, like I first make the transform tool on this, and then I hold control and drag one of the transformation points, and this lets me manipulate the whole selection like this. Here the arms are kind of spread out because the legs are also spread out, and then the legs are closing since they're about to cross, and the arms are getting closer to the torso. This time I'll make the back arm straightened and this arm more angled. This foot kind of stays on the place, but this one moves forward. And we're back to the start. The head goes up again because the knee is in the front. So that's how I do my Walkcycles. Can adjust the length of the frame to your liking. I just make everything 3s for this one. I wanna sum this up from the bottom to the top. So let's talk about everything that's important for the feet first. The moment your leg pushes forward, the tip of the foot starts pointing to the ground, and then like it points vertically down, and then it rotates so that the heels are like at the lowest part and then the tip is at the highest part for one frame only, and then it goes back. So let's see this in animation. It points down, and then for one frame the heels are on the bottom, and then it's flat again, and then it goes back, the heels point up, the tip points down, and that's where my animation ends. You can also look at the other foot. Tip points to the floor. This is the frame where the heels could be like this, but I went for a more flat. Oh, I edited the frame after, never mind. And as you see, for one frame only, it looks like the leg is falling, that's why. the heels are down for 1 frame. It's like the falling motion to emphasize it. Okay, that's all for the feet. Now to the legs. One important thing is you don't have to go by the exact poses that I use. So you just need to keep the faces in mind. So there's a face about pushing forward. You don't have to use this pose. You could also use a pose like this, or like this only, depending on how long your steps are. But as long as you keep the faces correct, then any kind of walk cycle works out. I'm going to this animation because I just think it's easier to show it this way because it's more simplified. So there's always one leg that's almost completely stretched out, and as soon as the next leg touches the ground, it becomes the stretched leg, and the other leg becomes the angled leg. So you see, this is the stretched leg, or the straightened leg, and then this becomes the straightened leg. This is still straightened, but it transitions into this, as you see. And then this is still more straightened. See, this leg is now here, and then it's here. Same goes for this walk cycle. As soon as the leg goes on the ground, it straightens, and the other one has like an edge to the knee. And as you see, it stays straightened. It just moves at the top side because the foot remains on the same position. And as you see, this leg moves in an angled way until it goes to the ground and it straightens. So that's what you need to keep in mind about the legs. The upper body or the torso, as I said, keep it consistent unless you want to change the beat, like, or transition into running cycle. I did a challenge about this, and that's the whole point about the challenge. Let's see if I can still find it. Because I'm too lazy to look for it. Here's the video of the weekly challenge. So as you can see, he starts with a upright upper body, and then the torso gets more diagonal as he transitions into the run. That's all you need to know about the upper body. The arms, kinda easy, you just do what the legs are doing. Like this arm is copying that leg. You don't have to straighten it like the leg, but the diagonal of the leg kinda guides you. And then the head, all you need to know about the head is when the knee passes the other leg, your head starts moving up. And the reason why is because your toe is slightly moving up. I didn't really portray it that well, but you kinda grow because your toes on the ground and your heels are going up. So that's why, see, I kind of did it here. That's why your head is going up. And then as you're landing, there's this frame where both feet are on the ground. That's where your body is the lowest. And then you raise again, and then you go lower. And as a result, there's that walking movement. Hopefully that was helpful to you guys. See you in the next one.